Hi there, it's good to see you today. My name is Adam. If you don't know, I am the leader at Pinehurst Community Church, and I just thought I would send out a little video just to try and bring some hope at this time. You know, it's a time where it's difficult. There's lots of uncertainty. There's lots of panic. There's lots of fear. We don't know what is going on. In some cases, we hear certain things through the media, and some things we don't know whether to believe, whether not to believe. And so it's a difficult time, and we all approach it from different angles. For some of us, it is a time of isolation where we live on our own, where it's hard to get close to anyone. But what we really need is just sort of that human relationship. For some of us, it's the fear of catching an illness right now and not knowing the consequences of that. And for some of us, we just don't know when life is going to go back to what we know as, or what we have come to know as normal. So it is a very tricky time. And so what I want to do is over the course of the next few days, weeks, whatever it is ahead of us, is start to release some little videos each day that look to encourage you, that look to maybe inspire you, that look to help you in this time. As a church, we've got a number of things we're going to be looking to doing. We're looking to work alongside the local council and to find the vulnerable and the isolated and to help them with practical helps right now. And we're not sure how this is going to develop over the course of the next few weeks and months ahead, but we hope that we can be here to serve the community as best we possibly can. And so we're working together with the local council and some various other people and trying to make this happen. As well as that, we're as a church, we're going to look to do regular meetings online. We're going to find new ways of meeting. We're not going to give up meeting. We're just going to find new ways of meeting, and we're not exactly sure how that's going to work, what that's going to look like. So if you want to be involved with some of that moving forwards, then please either respond to the comment on this or email the church, office@pinehurst.org.uk, or call us on 01202 892 776, something like that, where we can get in contact with you. But otherwise, I'm going to be looking to upload some videos each day to encourage, to inspire, and just to try and bring some hope at this time. And what I want to do today, this is not going to be long, it's only going to be short. It's just very quickly read you something from the Bible. We are a church that uses the Bible. We're a church that regularly preaches from it, that reads it, that thinks about it. And so as a church, we want to encourage you with some words from the Bible at this time. If you've never heard any words from the Bible, don't have a Bible, don't worry. I'm going to read them out for you. And my hope is that you may find, as I say, encouragement and inspiration at this time. And so I'm going to read to you just a few words from the book of Romans right now. It's a book in the New Testament of the Bible. And it says this in Romans 12. So Romans chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer." And I wanted to read that out today because I feel these are things we are all probably turning to at the moment, or in the middle of at the moment. We got affliction, we got hope, and we got prayer. Affliction is one of those things that we're facing affliction right now. We're facing difficult times. We may know loved ones that are ill, and we're not sure what this looks like and what this means. And so, the Bible tells us we need to be patient in it. It certainly is a time where we need to be patient. We cannot rush these things. We have to try and listen to the government guidelines right now on this, as they have medical experts that know much more than us, even though when you consult things like social media, you soon discover that people all of a sudden seem to know a lot more than these medical experts. So we need to learn to be patient in these difficult times. But that's not easy when we live in a world which is used to things in an instant, which is used to answers quickly. And we're used to just being able to, particularly in the West here where we're based, just popping out to the shops and getting what we need. We're not used to, there being no bread or toilet roll on the shelves at certain points of the day. And so we need to learn patience in affliction. We also need to learn what it is to be joyful in hope. We see hope. The news is full of news which seems negative. All these cases of people that have been infected and deaths. But there is hopeful news out there. There is hopeful news that people are starting to recover. There is hopeful news in you know, in what's happening in the world, and that China seems to be coming out the other end of some things now. And so we've got to hang on to that hope at the moment. As it says, we've got to be joyful in that. You know, we've got to look to that right now, because sometimes if we don't look to hope, we'll get bogged down in the almost what seems like tragedy of where we are right now. But let's look for hope. And finally, we need to be faithful in prayer. I don't know whether you pray or not, but for me, prayer is a wonderful thing, because it is something which helps lift burdens off our shoulders and onto God's shoulders. So can I just encourage you, whether you pray or not, at this time to pray. This is a time for us as a nation, as a world, where we need to pray more than ever. We need to pray for those around us. We need to pray for those around the world. You know, we need to pray to see an end to this virus and what is currently plaguing us. And so my prayer is at the moment that we will start to rise up as a church, as a local area, as a nation, as a world in prayer, and that we'll look to see God in His sovereignty, because He's still sat on a throne. That we'll look to see Him, you know, rule and reign in this situation. We don't know what that looks like, but we do know that we can be, as I said, joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. I'm going to be praying. I hope you're going to be praying. And as I say, I'm going to look to release short videos each day just to encourage you and hopefully fill you with some hope at this time. God bless you all, and hope to see you all soon.